Hi there, it's Elden here, and today I wanted to talk to you about how you can start to inject value into the marketplace and literally orbit your competition with your business rocket ship. And so the last video I talked about how I worked at a music store and I couldn't sell anything. And then eventually I became the guy that could literally point at a guitar and sell it off the wall. So how do you become that person? How do you go from not being able to sell anything to literally just pointing at something and people buy it? Now, there's some principles involved in this, and principles don't change. They will always be a principle. That's why they're called a principle and not a rule. Rules will be broken and are more than likely made to be broken. But a principle doesn't change. So I took it on myself early on at my career at the music store to learn everything I possibly could about a particular product. And when somebody came into the store, I could ask a few questions and get to know that person, understand where they're coming from, what problems they were having, and then use the features and benefits of that particular item to solve that problem. And this is what you need to do within your affiliate marketing business as well. This is a very personable business. It's not something that you hide behind a computer and hope that people will buy because you've got a website and some products on it. It's a very personable thing, and people, this is a principle, people buy from those they know, like, and trust. If you are somebody that people like, then there's a more of a chance that they're going to come a little closer to you. They know you, they get to know who you are, what you're about, and they trust you, they're going to buy from you. And so let me show you in the model that most affiliate marketers are using how this system is breaking all of these principles and they're not following them. So they don't have the results that you could have. And if you apply these, you will literally orbit your competition. Okay, so I'm going to use ClickBank as an example, but it really doesn't matter. You could go to any of these different affiliate sites, and chances are these affiliates have a website that's been done for them, and they go to ClickBank or JV Zoom and they get a bunch of banners and different things like that, and they post them on their website. And then they've got a whole bunch of stuff that they are selling on their website. And a lot of times, those people don't actually own the product themselves. It's just something that they sell. And that's a big mistake. Because if you don't have any skin in the game yourself, the likelihood of you buying that product, or sorry, selling that product, is very slim. Now, you might get away with it for a while, but there's some kind of intangible stuff that's out there, and people can read that and know that, no, this isn't quite right. But if you start to show value, it's going to change for you because you own the product. I'll get into that in just a moment. Now, most of these affiliates are also doing something else where they go to Google and they try and rank their site at number 1. Google 1, 2, or 3. And thinking that, okay, I've got all this stuff, and if I just get to the top of Google, then people are going to buy from me because my site is at the top. And more eyeballs don't equal more sales. It's It's a hedonics that does not work. Now this here, SEO is very important, and I don't say that you shouldn't do that. It is very important. But trying to work the system to get ahead of everyone else on Google is not the way to go about it. Now this reminds me of back in the day when I was a kid, we had a phone book. And at the back of the phone book, we had yellow pages. And a lot of businesses had the same mentality. Oh, if I get my name at the top of the list, then I'm going to get called first. Well, obviously, it works some of the time, but not most of the time. They're looking for someone that they know, like, and trust. And so all these companies had A1 plumbing, A1 mechanical, A1 carpentry, blah, blah, blah. It doesn't work that way. People buy from those they know, like, and trust. Okay, so this doesn't work. So I'll show you what does work. Now, we have a landing page or a capture page. We get our traffic, we send them here, we have some text, fill out your information, and we got a call to action. And now this goes to another page, sometimes another landing page or a thank you page, but eventually it comes to your offer. And then from there it goes into a list. And I'm probably not saying anything that's new to you guys, but this is hooked up to your autoresponder. And now what happens is 99% of the people out there start sending emails from their list to the offer. And they keep hammering this list over and over and over and over and over. But the amount of sales that you get out of this are minimal. And there's a big reason why. It's because you haven't given these people any value to buy that product. It's just buy, buy, buy. And you are programming your list, these people, to swipe or unsubscribe from their list, from your list. Now, the way that you get around this is instead of hammering your list on a daily basis, I'm actually dealing with this with another company that I'm involved in, and I'm revamping all of this material so that I can have better success. Things you learn. So this is what you do. This is what's going to allow you to orbit your competition. A small call to action. So you create an email that has a piece of content in it. And this piece of content doesn't have to be long. It doesn't have to be big, involved. It just has to be a small nugget that they can use to address a pain point that this product will solve. And when you do this, people start to know, like, and trust you because they see you, they see your face, they hear your voice, and they get an impression of you. And if that impression is genuine and sincere, people will naturally follow and listen to you. Now, this call to action isn't a real hard sell. It's basically a link that says, hey, if you like this, here's a buy now type thing. But you don't go over their heads and slam them with an offer. You just say, hey, it's here if you like it. If you don't, that's okay. Now, there's a pattern that we want to use for this, and it's called value, 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 straight up sales pitch. So people may not buy on the first value piece that you offer them, but it's a little entry into their lives because they're starting to get to know you as a person. When you offer another piece of value 2 to 3 days apart, now suddenly you're not intrusive in their inbox. You're showing up a couple days later and reminding them, hey, I'm here, and here's another small nugget of value that you might want to know about. And I think that this piece will solve your problem. So you can buy it here. Now you do this 2 or 3 times, and then by the 3rd time, if they haven't purchased, on the 4th time, you're going to come in and just say, hey, I really like this product. I think it's awesome. Here's the sales page. And they will be more genuine and more adept to follow you and to purchase that product. And it's because you have built up a rapport with those people over the last week or so, that they know you, they see you on camera, they hear your voice, you're sincere, you're genuine, and they're more than likely to buy from you. And if they don't, that's okay. You still have other content now that you're building a repertoire of, and people will go back to that at a later date and say, oh yeah, that's really good, I like that. And they will get to know more about you over time and come back and get more information from you and purchase products from you. This is how you orbit your competition. This is how you rise above the sea of noise that's out there, because now you're above the masses. No one else is doing this. This takes a lot of work. This takes a lot of effort to create these pieces and to get it out in front of people. But when you do, now you've suddenly separated yourself from everyone else that's out there. And that's how you orbit your competition. Now, let's talk about what kind of things can you put in here. So obviously we can do YouTube, and we can do like a go live type thing. We could do YouTube stream. We could do a blog post. And we can even do like maybe one of those animation type things. So create different pieces of content with these formats. That the one that resonates best with you, use that one, and then put it into here and send it to your offer and see what happens. Now, one of the things you want to think about is, what pain points do my customers have? So let's just write that down. What do my customers need? What are their pain points? Well, in affiliate marketing, I'll use this as an example because that's the field that we're in. It's traffic. Everyone wants to know where they can get more traffic. And then we have, I wrote down a few here, sales funnels. Sales funnels. Mindset. That's a big one. Not giving up. What's another one? Tracking. And what's it? Conversions. You get the picture. There's a whole number of different things that you can think about and then start creating content for this. Now, this doesn't happen overnight. You're going to have to learn. You're going to have to learn things about traffic. You're going to have to learn things about sales funnels and mindset, tracking and conversions. But you're already in this business. So take the time, go get some really good content from a mentor that you trust, that you know, like, and trust, and start devouring their content. And then, because you've taken in good content, start to put it into your own words. Share it in your own words on these different formats. And it doesn't have to be long. It just has to be enough that you get your point across, and now you're the expert about a certain thing with your list of people. And by doing this, you will literally orbit your competition. So in this next video coming up, I'm going to talk more about how we can create these types of products and how that will change the way that you see your business. Okay, until next time, take care.